GFY. What does GFY mean?
GFY is Internet abbreviation. It can mean good for you, but it more
I've been playing Plateau a lot. Hey, what are you doing? No. I was trying to play Archie on Plateau, but there's some people who are using fucking aimbot on this fucking game. That ruins the whole fucking experience. How can I tell? Because it's just weird. He moves it around, then it stops, and then it slowly creeps up like this, and it hits bullseye every time. Good. Oh shit, 9. Hmm. The fuck? Terrible. Bullseye? 777. Oof. Damn, dude. You go right here. Oops. Oof. Almost hit bullseye. Uh-uh. God damn. That sucked. Hmm. Oh man, no, that was lucky. Hmm. Oh my god, I beat him by 1 point. Holy shit. I was trailing behind him so bad. I beat him by 1 point. Holy shit. That's crazy. First round, I didn't do well. The third round, what saved my ass was the bullseye. And then his third round, he screwed up on the third one. God damn, what a fucking behind win, dude. Damn, that's crazy. Oh. Well, yeah, but the thing is, she thought that she needed to do blood work, and I told her multiple times, "Are you sure you need blood work? Are you sure?" um, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna." Are you sure? Because you don't. Did you call them? You want me to call them up? And no, turns out she didn't. God, that's so trippy how I won that round. I was like, dude, I have to do really good on this next one. Have they Tickstar Tucker? What? What we know? Ah, the guy looks young. That's sad. Anything new with this guy? Oh yeah. Wait a minute. One, two, three, four. Oh my god. Elizabeth L and me should have been married back in 2016 had I known her and her know me. This just makes me extremely devastated, even though I I've only known of her existence as a public figure since 2023. Sadly, only for 2 lousy years. 2 lousy years. Another reason I'm so enraged at myself for not knowing her much sooner, as I really wish I had, would have made me so happy if I had, but no, unfortunately not. I hated how God damn it. I hated how so many of Elizabeth Lale's women fans totally worship her and kiss her ass over the fact that she's 33, almost 34, and still not a single child. What the fuck does that have to do with anything, Marshall? Which, if you ask me personally, I find it absolutely disgusting, just heartbreaking, since a woman is saved spiritually and religiously through childbirth or bearing children. What's messed up about Elizabeth Lale is the fact that she has been married now for 4 years since 2021, almost five. Got married at the age of 29. She could have easily had a child or even a couple or few since then if she had one every year that is up until this point, but she didn't. I don't know, I just find it to be very incredibly tragic as women only have a certain time frame window in being their most fertile, which is in their teens and 20s, scientifically proven. Like from age 15 to about 25 is the perfect time frame window to have kids. Nobody's not like Lisa Marshall, your mother. Not everybody's gonna be like your mom, dude. That's gonna be your dad. Scott's gonna treat Lisa as a cheesecake factory, man. Um, Yet more and more women in modern day times are having kids later and later and later, like in their late 30s or early 40s by the oldest. That's terrible because even in her 30s, a woman isn't nearly as fertile as she was when she was in her late teens and 20s. That's me in the corner. Her eggs are rotten. That's her choice. I watched an old 2023 interview of Elizabeth Lau on Pin Bagley's podcast called Pod Crushed, for those of you who don't know. And in this old 2020 interview, at one point she talks about how sad she is that she didn't get married younger. She said, and I quote, "I thought I was going to get married about the age of 18 or 21. I truly do believe that if Elizabeth Lau got married either as young as 18 or 21 at the oldest, like she herself thought would have happened, I definitely think she would have had kids. Like honestly, I don't see any reason why Elizabeth Lau would have had any kids at all, but had she been married at 18 or 21 like she hoped and thought would have happened when she was really young, like probably in her late childhood or early teen years. So I at least can respect that she has a certain level of remorse or sadness that she didn't get married a lot younger. Although I still can't understand why she would have ever married an Iranian or Indian guy. It honestly makes no logical sense. How is it that either she could have found any white guy that wanted to marry her, or why weren't there any white guys who seemed to not want to marry her? The weird thing I find about all this is that Elizabeth Lau. God damn it, Marsha! I just wish you were able to make videos where you could just talk about this, man. Shit. The weird thing I find, he's basically doing the same thing like he did on YouTube, but at a small crowd, dude. The weird thing I find about all this is that Elizabeth Lau has dated white men before, like 2 or 3 white guys in total. Her very first boyfriend she had way back in middle school, which I personally find to be both insane and shocking, especially since most people don't, regardless if they're guys or girls. But she stated in the same Pop Crush interview from 2023 that the guy she used to date back in middle, who apparently was very handsome, Elizabeth Lau described him as being, which I found high annoying. Anyways, Elizabeth Lau stated that since she grew up, went to college, and became an actress, that she and this and also very handsome guy she dated in middle school stopped talking to her or remaining in contact with her because apparently the guy she dated in middle school hated who Elizabeth Lau was becoming political, like being a Democrat, a feminist, but not an extreme feminist. But also probably by becoming a famous actress, he probably really resented the fact if I were to Gus. And if it's true, I wouldn't blame her past middle school boyfriend one damn bit, since I'm sure he used to love her prior to her changing in every way she did. This is fucking gay, dude. Dude, you always say that. Get the fuck out of here then. Anyways, after dating like 2 or 3 white guys, dude, this is such fucking lame, dude. This is so fucking stupid, dude. God damn it, Marshall. Just make fucking videos again, bro. This is fucking. It is true. This is fucking gay, dude. He just fucking typewrites everything. He's like, dude, just go back to make videos so you can get to the point quicker, man. This is fucking lame that I gotta read your shit now. Because this fucker is too much of a bitch to make videos back on YouTube. Anyways, after dating like 2 or 3 white guys growing up in middle school and a couple in her 20s by the time she was already famous, she, for whatever reason, married a fucking clown joke of a man. She married a damn sand. Whoa. A sand. A sand key. You could see it right here. Let me see this shit. I could say it. It doesn't offend me. But gay ass little YouTube has an issue with it. Let me take a picture of that. What you said. Hold up. Let me see. He's made me a good reader. Like, I honestly do not get it. Plus, he's not nearly as attractive as she is. Okay, so Marshall says she, for whatever reason, married a fucking clown. Joke of a man. She married a damn monkey. It's truly ridiculous and outrageous. It's truly ridiculous and outrageous. Like, I honestly do not get it. Plus, he's not even nearly as attractive as she is. And on top of that, she's not even his looks match. She completely mocks him bitterly. It's not even funny. Like, no lie, I'm more attractive than that absolute clown joke of a man, that poopy shit man. Ruining her perfect great genes by having an interracial marriage. I mean, seriously, this is awful. But again, I don't see why she couldn't have married a white guy who looked like Ben Bagley. Who the fuck is Ben Bagley? This is fucking ridiculous. Who the fuck is Penn Bagley? You mean the guy who you fucking think it's you? The fucking guy from the fucking main show, you, dude. I'll tell you a little bit about the job, sir. I mean, it's her choice if she wants to get if she got with okay Elizabeth Lale's husband. I mean, this just has to do with Marshall being pissed off that she married some guy. I mean, it's not like she married a guy who looks like he sells like fucking cigarettes at a convenience store. He doesn't look that Indian. I mean, seriously, this is awful. But again, I don't see why she couldn't have married a white guy like Ben Bagley or some shit. I don't know. I'm literally confused. Of course, I would have wanted her to marry an. Of course, I wouldn't have wanted her to marry an attractive white man, even if she could have, because I wanted her to marry me. Also, I'm only an inch shorter than her. That's it. She's only 5'8". I'm 5'7", which isn't a difference at all. One damn little tiny inch shorter than her. And even I myself mocked her husband to oblivion just by me being white. I mocked him big time. Yet she chose to taint herself and sell herself short by marrying an Indian man or whatever. What the fuck does Mog? What does Mog mean? To outclass? This is why I'm the most enraged that I ever get to be that lucky guy who could have been so very blessed and fortunate of marrying Elizabeth Lale. But if I could have, like, I would have had the wonderful, amazing privilege of knowing her personally either before fame or after. I would have started dating her in 2015 when I could have been around only 18. And if she could have been into younger guys, which would have been so sexy. Marshall has the same kink as me when I was younger. Where I was like, man, that's so hot, man. I wish I could date an older woman around her 30s or 40s or 50 just for the fact that she's 40 and I'm fucking 17 years old. God, that's so hot. That was me back then. That was me back then. Oh my God. Just the fact that she's 40 and I'm 20. So that means when she was 20 years old, I was barely a couple months old. Oh, fuck, that's hot. That was me back then. All right. I also would have been happy if I would have gotten to impregnate her while she was still in her 20s. That honestly would have been a damn dream come true. Sadly, it didn't happen. I'm left crushed, empty, and dead inside. She can't believe he is that obsessed with that girl. Still, she is mid. Well, she's pretty. I mean, like me, I don't go around and fucking listen. My fucking taste in is very questionable. Okay, but I find her pretty attractive, right? I don't, but I'm not obsessed with her. Like, oh my god, is she mid or not? I don't know. To each of their own. Beauty is in the eye on the beholder. You know what I mean? Marshall sees her as the most gorgeous woman at all, but I think the only reason why he sees it because she looks like fucking Marshall's mom and sister combined. That's what I think. She looks like her mom. Well, just like my brother said, all right, Sim. All right, she will got ass once. Well, okay, ladies, any ladies who watch this, okay. If you want to be offended, what I gotta say, go ahead. I'm just telling you what some guys like to say. My brother said the same thing. Another guy said the same thing, and I'm quoting them. Pussy's pussy, bro. Once they bend all over, they automatically got ass, right? That's what my brother and others used to say. Yeah, she'll get ass once she bends down and shows the goods and all that. That's what I'm quoting what my brother and others would say. It's like, for example, I got a hideous ass, but if I bend down and look at myself in the mirror, that ass looks good because it's not sagging as much. Sorry about that. Sorry about that fucking picture. But I'm just trying to tell you, you know. Sorry about that image. But yeah, that same year I would have began impregnating her. Anyways, I would have dated her for one single year and then got married to her a year later in 2016 at the very latest, when I would have been 19 and she herself 24. And if she would have been into younger guys, which would have been so sexy. When we talk in the morning, what do you think when I come onto your streams? I don't care, Mercy Guy, if you come onto the streams. It doesn't matter to me, man. Also, you want to know another weird fact is that Elizabeth Lell, despite dating as far back as middle school and having at least two other boyfriends since before marriage. I love the fact that Marshall always criticizes her female fans of being like kissing her ass, but Marshall's like the biggest fucking simp for this fucking chick, dude. That's the funniest thing. Before marrying her ridiculous clown joke of a husband when it should have been me, damn it. Anyway, she somehow didn't get impregnated from all the guys she dated, which is literally impossible, unless, of course, since she was a child, she either was on birth control, getting abortions, especially by her 20s, got her tubes tied, which if women do that, they can't have kids either. Yeah, we know that. Or she's simply infertile because, according to some studies, 1 in 4 women are infertile. So that could very well explain why, even in her 20s, with all the sex I'm sure she was having, yet somehow didn't get pregnant or give birth to any children, not a single one. Or it's possible Elizabeth Lell got one of those IUDs that doctors put inside a woman's uterus so they can't have any children, which is truly sick and makes me disgusted. So many modern women prevented the natural order or flow of things and preventing a beautiful, precious, innocent, pure living being, the only innocent, pure, precious things that come from women. You know what would be the funniest thing I would have done? Like, I would fucking love to take a picture with Elizabeth Lale. I'm like, hey, you think I could make a picture? I want to take a picture with you so I can send it to a friend. I'm not, with all due respect, I'm not a fan of yours, but my friend is a huge fan. So can I make a video? No, just a picture. We could just be right there, and I'll be like, hey, like that. We don't have to put our hands like that, just like that, right? Then I will send it to Marcia. Hey, I'm with your girl, your never meant to be girlfriend. That will fucking piss him off. I will do that. I will definitely get a picture with her. I do love EDs. Fun fact about UIDs: they are excruciating, painful when they implant them. Really? Oh my god. Oof. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, 2 more. Please don't make it. This is the interview when Elizabeth Lale talks about rebellion against marriage. In this interview, at the 1526 mark, Elizabeth Lale talks about how her mom never thought she would have gotten married because apparently her parents are very liberal and taught her, both her and her sister, to be strong and independent, which is truly heartbreaking. Marshall doesn't want his women to be independent. He wants them to be like his mom, where she just like stays at the house and just pumps babies left and right every year. You better not. Marshall is the kind of creep to jack into the photo of Elizabeth Lale, even if you're in the photo. Hey, can you imagine? He probably would be like me when I watch porno, dude. Where if there's like a guy banging a chick and it's in an angle that it's just like you see the nut sags, I usually just fucking cover it like that. Well, not so much anymore. When I was younger, I used to do that. I'm like, hey, I don't want to look at the guy's nuts, and I'm like this covering it up sometimes. But with me, I think he'll just like go like, yeah, and then he's gonna cover me wherever I'll be at in the picture. So, yeah. Oh my god, I even had people tell me I look like Joe Goldberg. Didn't realize it was that shit. Yeah, right. Yeah, I saw the first season of You with this chick, and I was just like, oh my god, this is like straight out Marshall. No wonder Marshall loves this show and how he can relate to that guy. But Elizabeth also talks about how she rebelled against the idea of marriage. Maybe, okay, I love this part. Her parents are very liberal and taught both her and her sister to be strong and independent which is truly heartbreaking. Yeah, it's heartbreaking for you, Marshall. But Elizabeth also talks about how she rebelled against that idea of marriage, and maybe it was not getting married because she thought she would have gotten married around 18 or 21, which shocks me that she didn't, especially considering how young, beautiful, and fertile she would have been back then. You know what I just realized? Marshall's treating her like a chicken. Oh, look how pretty my chicken is. She's so fertile. She's ready to lay some eggs. I can't wait till she lays some eggs. Seriously, he's treating her like a fucking dog. Like, I remember my dog Chica, bless that little dog. I miss that fucking dog Chica. My female Chihuahua, I remember was like, I was looking at her. I'm like, man, you know, when Chica was alive, it's like, man, you know, look how young she is. She's ready to have kids. You know, she's fertile and all that. Well, I didn't use I didn't use that word fertile, but I kind of said another word and it's like, I was like, Marshall's treating her like an animal. Oh, she's so, look how beautiful and fertile she is. Oh my god, Marshall, she's not an object, dude. Like, for fuck's sakes. Oh, she's treating her like a fucking chicken. You know those guys who let me see if I can find a video. It's like, this is like Marshall right here. If I could find that shit, hold on. Where's the, okay, hold on, let me go.
This egg is fertilized.
I can't hear shit,
this
dude.
This one is unfertilized. Did you see the difference?
Fuck me. Sorry.
This egg is fertilized.
You
this
guys could hear, but I can't hear shit.
Did you see the difference?
I mean, Marshall's treating this poor chick like a fucking chicken, dude.
Get ready for a journey like no other. In today's experiment, we're cracking open the possibilities of artificial growth hormones on a tiny yet extraordinary subject, a chick. Injecting a dash of science. We're injecting this egg with artificial growth hormones, setting the stage for a poultry experiment.
It's like, seriously. Hey, Kitty, have you been seeing what I've been reading for Marshall? It's like, it's so funny. But Elizabeth Leo also talks about how she rebelled against that idea of marriage, or maybe not getting married, because she thought she could have been married around 18 to 21. Which shocks me that she didn't, especially consider how young, beautiful, and fertile she would have been back then. Okay, that's one video. I mean, she's cute, don't get me wrong, but it's like, come on, dude. That one video that Marshall did, that one was the most weirdest one where he had a bunch of pictures when she was young. That was hilarious. Elizabeth Leo, intimidating, seductive smile, 2016, 2018, 2021, 2025. She's gorgeous. You know, Marshall was commentating, guys. That boy ain't right in the head. Marshall was, I don't know where he was, but he posted it up on TikTok. I wish I could find out where he was, because people were talking shit about Marshall because everybody's like, dude, why are you so fucking into Elizabeth Lau or something? And some people are like, dude, just treat her like a human being. And it's like, I can't. She's so gorgeous. She's so beautiful. No, I think Marshall will want her to do all the moves. All right? Basically, I'm just like Marshall back then, where I wanted the girl to come and make the moves. I remember, guys, when I was in my 20s, 19 years old, 18. Yeah, Kitty, I'm sure you're going to say, but you still are. No. Back then, let me tell you, this is why when I first met Marshall the first time, when I heard about him, when I saw his videos, I automatically assume, hey, this guy's just like me when I was in my 20s. 18, 19, where I was angry at women. I hated women because it's like, why are they going out with other guys? Why not with me? So I hated women, right? So my brother tried to tell me, dude, you got to go and talk to a girl. You got to fucking put yourself out there if you want to have a chance with the girl. They're not going to come to you. Maybe there's a chance, but you have to go and talk to them. No girl's going to come to you. Because me, a little bit of me, I was hoping that maybe a girl will come to me and make all the fucking moves. Like ask me for my number, this and that. And guess what, guys? I did had an opportunity one fucking time at my job at golf and stuff. She looked like she was Mexican, but she looked white. All right. And I forgot her name. And if I don't remember, and if I did remember her name, I will not mention the name. And she's the one who made the moves. She was asking for my number. She's the one who called me. And I managed to F that up big time. I F'd that up. I became too impatient and everything. And I didn't want her to call her back because I was shy. And my brother's like, why you don't want to call her? Like, I tried to call her. She didn't pick up. And it's like, dude, she's got a kid. She's busy all the time. You know what I mean? Don't expect her to call up like you're in middle school or high school. She's got nothing to do. She's got a job. She's got a kid. I remember, I think my brother said something like that. He's like, dude, like, just got to have patience. And that's where I learned. Do not fucking tell people around your job that you're talking to this girl or say stuff that she told you, because I learned firsthand that when you say something at work, it goes around quickly and it goes back to her. And that's where she got pissed off at me. She didn't want to talk to me afterwards. So I learned right there to keep my goddamn mouth shut and don't open and talk. And yes, I'm sure somebody here is going to say, but you always talk. Yeah. But when it comes to relationships, whenever I have that relationship, I just learned how to shut up, you know? And what I'm trying to say is that Marshall's just like me. Except the difference is I learned that back when I was at 18, 19, 20 years old. Marshall's like in his fucking close to his 30s and he still expects a chick to make all the moves for him. Let's see. Lau is one of the most types of women. Okay. Elizabeth Lau doing this really intimidating smile as usual. Different years apart in 2016, 2018, 2021, 2025. Elizabeth Lau is one of the most types of women in this world who is so extremely beautiful that she scares all the men away. No, she scares you, Marshall. Even Ben Bagley himself was a little shy and awkward around here. Maybe Ben Bagley was just fucking around. Was just fucking toying around probably. But Marshall takes it as for real, I think. Back when they were doing the first season of the You series in 2018, watching old interviews, he could barely look at her. He mainly stared at the ground the whole time. Because again, she's way too beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, breathtaking, sexy, hot, pretty, adorable, and most of all, intimidating because of how attractive she is. Yeah. Dude, I really wish Marshall could make videos of just nothing but I wish he could come back to YouTube. And I'm still in the middle of uploading my videos to Rumble. I'm telling you, I want to come back and make videos about Marshall again. But I'm in the middle of just like transferring all my videos, so it's taking a while. Let me see. What's this next one? Is this the one in 2018? Okay. 2018. Uh, 2021. Wait a minute. Is that Eric the Midget? That can't be Eric the Midget. No, that ain't him. The head shape's not the same. 2025. Yeah, I do, but I want to fucking first transfer all my videos. I don't want to put new videos in the middle of old videos from months and years ago. I'm already getting close to the year 2022 videos. So, yeah. You know what? I'm not going to be playing games right now. I'd rather play it tomorrow. It's already getting late, so. Where's that video? Oh, this is the one he did. He's trying to be like you. Marshall's trying to be like Joe Goldberg. Wait, hold up. Let me see. Joe Goldberg, you. Let me see. I don't know why I'm giggling. This is just so funny, dude. Where's I'm trying to find some where he's just like posing and all that. Yeah, he's trying to be like Joe Goldberg, you know what I mean? That's the funniest. Pepper, can you stare at the camera and say, I am Peebs Harone and I teach lessons around this block? I don't know. No. What is this? Me, whenever I see a new photo or post by Elizabeth Leo or near her very adorable laugh. This is so funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just funny. I'm still laughing at the part where he says, "Oh, she's so young. She's so fertile." That's gonna be my fucking if I ever talk to a girl if I do decide to go back to school and work, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know, I find you so beautiful and look how beautiful you are and so fertile. Hey, any girls here who are fertile? I don't know why I'm laughing at this. It's just funny. I'm still thinking about that fertile shit. Where's that shit where he was talking about Elizabeth Leo, that creepy one? Oh, if I could find that shit, I don't know donde chingado está. It's a cute cat, I'll give it that. Your poor cat, I hope he's okay. What are you talking about? He's not hurt. He's a cute cat. I'll give him that. He's got a cute cat. Pepper, don't you think that sounds funny? Let me see. Do you want to, Pepper? Pepper, can you stare at the camera and say, I am Peeps Harone and I teach lessons around this block? What, this? Yeah, there's a lot of them. It's just about Elizabeth Leo. That's all. That's all it is. It's about Elizabeth Leo. That's all it is. Oh, and then there's this girl, and somebody was saying, dude, how old is this girl? He's into girls that looks like his sister, bro. And I like this one too. This is Elizabeth Leo having kids after I impregnated her from all the excessive amounts of gas she keeps releasing. I have to reward her somehow for being that sexy. She can't just do that and not expect to get away with it doing something like that. Not in my presence. This doesn't look like she's gassing. She's getting attacked by some fucking machine, dude. Where's that fucking weird one? The one that he has like a bunch of ¿Dónde está ese pinche madre? No, that ain't the one. I can't. It's in one of here because all these fucking things look the same, dude. No, it ain't the one. Oh, that shit's funny, dude. He is going to start photoshopping pics of him with her. He probably does. Maybe he has. Maybe he has not. Me looking at the lesser guys getting the privilege to meet Elizabeth Lau in person. That was so funny, dude. God, I wish Marshall could just come back and stop it with the silliness, dude. Yeah, that's all there is about Marshall. Yeah, how many videos I have now on Rumble? Let me see. So we're getting closer and closer to my Ozempic years when that fucking thing Ozempic turned me into a bony fucking person, very bony. Like I said, I'm like maybe 2 days away. Zim, for those who have been asking for Marshall videos, I would have to say I'm probably 1 to 2 days away from getting to the Marshall arc, to the Marshall videos. So you're going to start seeing like maybe in 2-3 days from now, depending if I find work this week or not, who knows? You're going to start seeing videos on Rumble from the Marshall arc. And I'm happy to say that I made some money on Rumble. How much did I make so far? $0.35. Yeah, 35 cents. Hey, I made more money here. And I've barely been on Rumble uploading videos for about what, 2 weeks, 1 week or whatever. I made 35 cents more money than what I did on fucking YouTube from their fucking shit, dude. And we're gonna start. I'm gonna try to no next year. I'm going to release the Poof Fart Boy movie, but I'm gonna try to put it on Tubi. I'm dead ass serious. I'm gonna put it on Tubi. The movie's not gonna be some bullshit 1 hour thing. I'm gonna try to extend it up to 2 hours. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it. Goddammit. You can upload on Rumble. I can't upload anything. They don't let me. Oh, that's your problem, dude. Okay, so somebody was mentioning about the job thing. So I contacted a taxi cab company because they're looking for drivers. But then I just remember something. I remember something because, okay, look, when I was about 12 years old, 13 years old, my brother wanted me to go and shop. 13, 14 years old, whatever, right? No, I would have to say maybe it started around 13, 14, and maybe close to 15. My brother wanted me to go shopping, but these places were far away, right? My bike, I could have been able to get there on bike, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass to come back, and he didn't want me to go on the street for that long. So he wanted me to get taxi cabs. There's more story to it, but I'm gonna skip to the part. I was getting on taxi cabs, and I remember that I got on the taxis every weekend so many times that the taxi cab drivers knew who I was. And there was times I was having conversations with them, and they were saying that they have to lease these taxi cabs. It belongs to the taxi cab companies, but you lease their vehicle and you have to pay a lease fee every week in LA. So I just remember that. And I remember when I was talking to these people, they sent me the information through the phone because they're looking for drivers. You have a lease. I have to pay $600 for a taxi cab that I'm going to be using, my work vehicle. I got to lease it. It's $600 a week for me to use it. And Yeah, I got to pay $600 every week because I'm leasing the vehicle, but it doesn't belong to me. And I also got to cover the cost for the fuel. Also got to pay. I think the company pays for the fuel, or I have to pay for the fuel. One thing's for sure, I have to pay the lease for it, but it doesn't belong to me. It still belongs to the company. So if I were not to pay, guess what happens? They'll take my vehicle away. According that you could still make good money as a taxi cab driver. You just got to work those 10, 12-hour shifts. Once you have enough money for the lease every week, the $600, whatever money you make, including tips, is going to go into your pocket. But the wear and tear of that vehicle, the company, they might be able to take care of like tires, but anything major, I have to pay out of my pocket to maintain the vehicle that doesn't belong to me, and I'm paying a lease for it like it belongs to me, but it doesn't. So they haven't changed that formatted at all, because I remember back then when I was like 13, 14 years old, they used to tell me the same thing. Yeah, some people say it's a goddamn scam. At the end of the day, you still make a lot of money, but the taxi cab, it just depends. Because I remember those guys back then told me they make a lot of money, but they have to do the hours and drive, you know? And now, I don't know how it is nowadays. I heard here, allegedly, you could make up to $1,200 to $1,500 a week after you pay off the $600. But then again, those $600 could definitely go into your pocket, but you got to pay for the vehicle that doesn't belong to you, and you got to pay the wear and tear. Well, some of the stuff could get taken care of from the company, but some don't. So in a way, it is a bit of a scam. Yeah, that's how it is over here in California. I don't know how it is in New York. I don't know how it is in your states if you have taxi cabs. I don't know how it is. But over here, that's what the company tells me. But they told me I could also apply for this other company, which I won't say what it is. And I know which company it is. So I told them, wait a minute, are you talking about this company that handles these type of passengers? If so, can you give me more information? Because I'm more curious about that than the taxi cab now. So I'm waiting for a response from these guys. Or I could go in person tomorrow to find out. Or you know what? I could call them up because they gave me the phone number. And then what else I'm going to do tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. I remember I kissed a girl after she gave me a BJ. I remember that. It was the one that I said that her tits reminded me of my brother's. You guys know the story of that, right? So I'm not going to talk about that. Let me see. Oh my God, still hasn't changed the 2 jobs from Sam's Club. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous how long it takes. How long it takes for this shit to go through, bro. It's so fucking dumb how long it takes for this shit to get processed and everything. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to play this little game online called Plateau where you play multiple small games with players. Pepper, Crips, or Bloods. I don't want to get involved with gangs. I don't want to mention gangs. Gangs don't bother me, so I'm not going to say nothing about gangs. It's like the cartel. I don't want to talk nothing about the cartel. They don't bother me, so fuck it. Gangbangers here, they don't bother me. I stay far away from them. I do have gangbangers around here, but they're not loud or causing trouble or none of that shit. I live a very boring life, Mercy Guy. Before it used to be wake up, go to work, come back, work out, and be in better shape. Now it's hard to stay in shape because all I want to do is try to snack because there's nothing else to do. But I try to avoid that as best I can and just eat and hope to God that somebody gives you a call. That's how I like to keep a boring life. Sometimes it's best just to have a boring ass life. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. Talk to you guys later. Tomorrow. Yeah. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Later.